Racer. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gappleton. Today we are doing a little bit of an unboxing product review here. So as you can see, the entire shop is taken apart. Cabinets are emptied. It is spring cleaning time, but that doesn't stop us from ordering race car parts. So let's get into it. Here we have the 100% Chinesium Deep Motor Performance Modular LS intake. So there's a couple other products like this in the market right now. Some noteworthy ones coming from companies like Texas Speed. There's the BTR Trinity. They're very similar. This happens to be the Chinese knockoff because I can't pass up a deal. Now, full disclosure, I already have one of these. Besides this one in the box right here, I have another one that is currently installed on the C10, running and driving and ripping. But I needed another one for another little side project, so I got one and it's here. So why let a good unboxing go to waste? Let's get into it. So right off the rip, you know, you got that standard made in China sticker that comes in all your good Amazon nonsense. I don't know. It reeks of Chinesium. They advertise a billet one on the thing. I have yet to see a billet one produced anywhere. Would be very cool, but I have this one. There's the standard sheet metal that everybody makes. So yeah, the box isn't even taped. Already got a hole punched in it. So we're off to a strong start. Let's see here. Simple enough. Got some plastic. Looks like it's already assembled. I'm going to pull it out and get it on the bench here, and then we'll keep going. So while it is not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, the casting isn't that bad. Like, there's a couple imperfections. But, you know, for the price they charge for these things, it really ain't teabag. The machined parts, the machine surfaces are actually pretty clean. The little billet hold downs. Let's get a close up here. Not too bad. Obviously, it's what's inside that counts. So let's see if we can't get a good view in here. Just to give you an idea of the surface vision inside, this would probably benefit from a little bit of time with a cartridge roll and some sanding. But that's for you to decide if this is up to your standards. It's not overly rough to the touch. Best part is, boosts don't care. This is meant for a 102 millimeter throttle body, so she's a big one, which is what you want. And I will say, a cool advantage to this unit over, say, the BTR Trinity or I think the Texas Speed, I might be wrong on that one, but this one is already drilled and tapped for nitrous jets. So if you like the giggle gas, you can feed this one right off the rip. It's got every intake runner is already drilled, so you could do a direct port kit on this and just be good to go. It does use individual gaskets for the mating surface down here. There's O-ring grooves cut out all the way down for this cathedral port unit. Comes with a hardware kit as well as these dealies. Yeah. This thing is cool. This is like the right thing for a not the truck style map sensor, but the other one. I forget what you'd refer to it as, but like the one where it's got the little bolt off to the side, the other side style of GM sensor. Then you got one big, three smalls as far as your ports go. The smaller are the 1/8 inch NPD, and then I think the other one are what would be 1/4 inch NPT. And of course, you can't forget, they put this sticker on here, which is kind of nice. Look beneath the packaging for more good stuff. So pull your foam out, have a look-see, and ta-da, more stuff. So in that box, you will find your 2 fuel rails, your crossover tube, and then the ORB to AN fittings. So you just here's them jobbies. So they give you a plug for one if you're doing a non-return style. And then there's 8 AN and 10 AN, which is nice. Some stainless hardware, which is probably really soft garbage. Probably should be replaced. I will say that when I used this crossover tube on mine, I had to trim it. I had to take some length out of it it was too long. I found that it was excessively long, which is better than excessively short. And then a fuel rail is a fuel rail. These still say Deep motor on them. I'm sure it's just like everybody else's. There's the finish. It's like a satin. It feels nice. When I put my other one together, they looked sufficient. That's kind of all there really is to say about the unboxing portion of it. I'll go hop in over to the other garage and I'll show you my other one that's already installed and talk about that. So here is the first one I bought. This is the black version installed. This is done into my 85 C10. So I got the 102 millimeter throttle body, equally Chinese and equally knockoff goodness. So a couple things to note about the install. Here's that hose that I had to shorten. It goes underneath. So if you're gonna install these, things to note, you cannot do this with a truck style water pump. You need a F-body or CTSV pump, one that exits out the front. If you have the one that exits up, it's obviously going to hit on your throttle body and your throttle cable stuff down there. And then if you're spacing out your water pump or doing the water pump, you need an accessory bracket to match. So what I have on my setup is I have a truck spaced bracket, an F-body pump with a spacer, and I believe this is the 3/4 of an inch spacer. But whatever's going to achieve you, as long as you have the pump that comes out the front, you should be fine, because this thing sits really, really low. It sits so low, in fact, you cannot run a steam port kit with this. You have to run just the block offs in the back and then the front tubes. So that is okay to do. I have an ICT billet one where it's a little hose that kind of swoops over. If you had the factory steel one, it might hit, but I know that the kit that runs down the center of the valley cover did not fit. That is true for both the factory 4-port and the aftermarket one, like the motion style. That did not fit. So yeah, I would have liked to have run the 4-port kit. I know you're fine without it. It's kind of like, some people like it, some people don't, but GM seemed to think you could get away without it, so that's what we're doing on this truck. I haven't had any problems yet, no overheating, no weird vapor lock or anything, coolant trapped, whatever. So yeah, just a side note, you have to run the block offs in the rear and then just the front kit. And then obviously the shorten your thing. I used my, I think this is an OBS throttle cable. It's what worked with my truck stuff. I bought this bracket that uses the 4 bolts from the throttle body off of here. You can kind of see this bracket. This was purchased in addition to the intake, the throttle body. This was purchased separate. So this was a separate item from those two things. But it all works together well to achieve my Turbo LS goodness. And this truck is still in the process of getting tuned. It's on a Holly Terminator right now. It's only making like it's only tuned up to 5 pounds. It's gonna make a whole lot more than that. But as we finish up street tuning, it'll eventually get on the dyno here shortly, and we can kind of see what that jobby is gonna do. Before I had the truck intake, and truck intakes make really good power, but boy was it ugly. And it's like, another pound of boost, a degree of timing, and a cooler intake works for me. I really wanted to clean up the engine bay, and I will say this thing does look pretty sharp, even if it's right from the mainland People's Republic of China. I can live with it. So stay tuned for more goodness. This has just been my quick little unboxing and some side notes. If you're looking to install one of these, key things to note is the water pump you're gonna have to do, and then the steam port deal. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.